Now, fair Hippolyta, our nuptial hour draws on apace, for happy days bring in another moon. But oh, methinks, how slow this old moon wanes. She lingers my desires like to a stepdame or a dowager, long withering out a young man's revenue.
4 days will quickly steep themselves in nights. 4 nights will quickly dream away the time, and then the moon, like to a silver bow now bent in heaven, shall behold the night of our solemnities.
Go Philostrate, stir up the Athenian youth to merriments. Awake the pert and nimble spirit of mirth. Turn melancholy forth to funerals. This pale comparison is not for our pomp, Hippolyta. I wooed thee with my sword and won thy love, doing thee injuries. But I shall wed thee in another key, with pomp, with triumph, and with revelling.
Happy be Theseus, our renowned Duke.
Thanks, good Aegeus. What's the news with thee?
Full of vexation come I, with complaint against my child, my daughter Hermia. Stand forth, Demetrius. My noble lord, this man hath my consent to marry her. Stand forth, Lysander. And, my noble lord, this man hath bewitched the bosom of my child. Thou, Lysander, thou hast given her rhymes and interchanged love tokens with my child. With cunning hast thou filched my daughter's heart, turned her obedience, which is due to me, to stubborn harshness. And, my noble lord, be it so she will not hear before your grace consent to marry with Demetrius, I beg the ancient privilege of Athens, as she is mine, I may dispose of her, which shall be either to this gentleman or to her death, according to our law.
What say you, Hermia? Be advised, fair maid, to you your father should be as a god. Demetrius is a worthy gentleman.
So is Lysander.
In himself he is. But in this kind, one to your father's voice, the other must be held the worthier.
I would my father looked but with my eyes.
Rather with his judgment must your eyes look.
I do entreat your grace to pardon me. I know not by what power I am made bold, nor how it may concern my modesty in such presence here to lead my thoughts. But I beseech your grace that I may know the worst that may befall me in this case if I refuse to wed Demetrius.
Either to die the death or to abjure forever the society of men. Fair Hermia, be advised. Look to your youth, know of your desires, and question well your blood. And if you can endure the livery of a nun. But earthlier happy is the rose distilled, which on the withering thorn grows, lives, and dies in single blessedness.
So will I grow, so live, so die, my lord, ere I will yield my virgin patent up unto his lordship's unwished yoke my soul consents not to give sovereignty.
Take time to pause, and by the next new moon, the sealing day betwixt my love and me, for everlasting bond of fellowship. Upon that day, I have to prepare to die for disobedience to your father's will, or to marry Demetrius as he would.
Relent, sweet Hermia. And Lysander, yield thy crazy title up to my certain right.
You have her father's love, Demetrius. Let me have Hermia's. Do you marry him?
Scornful Lysander, true, he hath my love, and what is mine my love will render him. And she is mine, and all by right of her I do estate unto Demetrius.
I am, my lord, as well derived as he, as well possessed. My love is more than his. My fortunes every way as fairly raked, if not with vantage, as Demetrius. And, which is more than all these boasts can be, I am beloved of beauteous Hermia. Why should not I then prosecute my right? Demetrius, I'll avouch it to his head, made love to Nidar's daughter, Helena, and won her soul. And she, sweet lady, dotes, devoutly dotes in idolatry upon this spotted and inconstant man.
I must admit that I have heard so much, but being full of self-affairs, my mind did lose it. But Demetrius, come, and come Aegeus. You shall go with me. I have some private schooling for you both. As for you, fair Hermia, look you arm yourself to fit your fancies to your father's will. Come, Hippolyta, cheer my love. Demetrius and Aegeus, come along. I must employ you in some matter against our nuptial, and something of business that must concern yourselves.
With duty and desire we follow you.
How now, my love? Why is your cheek so pale? How chance the roses there do fade so fast?
Belike, for want of rain, which I could well beteem them from the tempest of my eyes.
For aught that ever I could read, could ever hear by tale or history, the course of true love never did run smooth. For either it was different in blood,
Oh, cross, too high to be enthralled too low.
or else misgraft in respective years,
Spite, too old to be engaged too young.
or else it stood upon the choice of merit,
Oh, hell, to choose love by another's eye.
or if there were a sympathy in choice, War, death, or sickness did lay siege to it, making it momentary as a sound, swift as a shadow, short as any dream, brief as the lightning in the colleague night that, in a spleen, unfolds both heaven and earth. And ere a man hath power to say, behold, the jaws of darkness do devour it up. So quick, bright things come to confusion.
If then two true lovers have been ever crossed, it stands as an edict of destiny. Then let us teach our child patience, because it is a customary cross, as due to love as thoughts and dreams and sighs, wishes and tears, fair fancy's followers.
A good persuasion. Therefore, hear me, Hermia. I have a widow aunt, a dowager of great revenue, and she hath no child. From Athens is her house removed 7 leagues, and she respects me as her only son. There, gentle Hermia, may I marry thee? To that place the sharp Athenian law cannot pursue us. If thou lovest me, steal forth thy father's house tomorrow night, and in the wood, a league without the town, where I did meet thee once with Helena to do observance for a morning May. There will I stay for thee.
My good Lysander, I swear to thee, by Cupid's strongest bow, by his best arrow with the golden head, by that which knitteth souls and prospers love, by the simplicity of Venus' doves, and by that fire that burned the Carthage queen when that false Trojan under sail was seen, by all the vows that ever men have broke, in number more than ever women spoke, in that same place thou hast appointed me, tomorrow truly will I meet with thee.
He promised love. Look, here comes Helena.
Godspeed, fair Helena, whither away?
Call you me fair? That fair and can unsay. Demetrius loves your fair. Happy fair. Your eyes are like lodestars, and your tongue sweet air more tunable than a lark to shepherd's ear. When wheat is green, when hawthorn buds appear, sickness is catching. Oh, we're favor sowed. Your words I catch, fair Hermia, ere I go. My ear should catch your voice, my eye, your eye. My tongue should catch your tongue's sweet melody. Were the world mine, Demetrius being baited, the rest I'd give to be to you translated. Oh, teach me how you look, and with what art you sway the motion of Demetrius' heart.
Frown upon him, yet he loves me still.
Oh, that my smile, your frowns can teach my smile such skill.
I give him curses, yet he gives me love.
Oh, that my prayers could such affection move.
The more I hate, the more he follows me.
The more I love, the more he hated me.
His folly, Helena, is not of mine.
None but your beauty, will that fault were mine.
Take comfort. He shall no more shall see my face. Lysander and myself will fly this place. Before thy time I did Lysander see, seemed Athens like a paradise to me. Oh, then what graces in my love do dwell, that he hath turned the heaven into hell.
Helen, to you our minds we do unfold. Tomorrow night when Phoebe doth behold her silver visage in the watery glass, decking with liquid pearl the bladed grass, the time which lovers' flights doth still conceal, through Athens' gates if we devise to steal.
And in the wood, where often you and I upon faint primrose beds are wont to lie, emptying our bosoms of their counsel swelled, there my Lysander and myself shall meet, and thence from Athens turn away our eyes towards new friends and strange companions. Farewell, sweet playfellow. Pray thou for us, and good luck grant thee thy Demetrius. Keep word, Lysander. We must starve our sight of lovers' food tomorrow till midnight.
I will, my Hermia. Helena, adieu. As you on him, Demetrius dote on you.
Oh, how happy some over other some can be. Through Athens I am thought as fair as she. But what of that? Demetrius thinks not so. He will not know what all but he do know. And as he errs doting on Hermia's eyes, so I, admiring of his qualities, things base and vile, holding no quantity. Love can transpose form and dignity. Love looks not with the eyes, but with the mind. So weed Cupid is painted blind. Nor hath love's mind any judgment taste, wings and no eyes figure any heedy haste. And so love is said to be a child, for in choice he is so oft beguiled. As waggish boys engame themselves forswear, so the boy love is perjured everywhere. For ere Demetrius looked on Hermia's eye, he hailed down oaths that he was only mine. And when this hail some heat from Hermia felt, so he dissolved, and showers of oaths did melt.
I will tell him of fair Hermia's flight. Then will he to the woods tomorrow night pursue her. And if for his intelligence, if I have thanks, it is a dear expense. But here mean I to enrich my pain, to have a sight thither, and back again.
Is all our company here?
You were best to call them generally, man by man, according to the script.
Here is the scroll of every man's name thought fit through all Athens to play in our interlude before the Duke and Duchess on his wedding day at night.
First, good Peter Quince, say what the play treats on, then we're on to a point.
Mary, our play is the most lamentable comedy, and most cruel death of Pyramus and Thisbe.
A very good piece of work, I assure you, and a merry. Now, good Peter Quince, call forth your actors by the scroll. Masters, spread yourselves.
Answer as I call you. Nick Bottom the Weaver.
Ready? Name what part I am for and proceed.
You, Nick Bottom, are set down for Pyramus.
What is Pyramus, a lover or a tyrant?
A lover who kills himself most gallantly for love.
That will ask some tears in the performing of it. If I do it, let the audience look to their eyes. To the rest yet, my chief humor is for a tyrant. I could play Hercules rarely to make all split. The raging rocks and shivering shocks do break the locks of prison gates, and Phoebus' car do shine from far to make and mar the foolish fates. This was lofty. Now, name the rest of the players. This is Hercules' vein, a tyrant's vein. A lover is more condoling.
Francis Flute the Bellows Mender.
Here, Peter Quince.
You must take Thisbe on you.
Is Thisbe a wandering knight?
Is the lady that Pyramus must love.
Nay, Faith, let not me play a woman, I have a beard. Coming.
That's all one. You shall play it in a mask. You may speak as small as you will.
And I may hide my face, let me play Thisbe too. I'll speak in a monstrous little voice. Thisbe, Thisbe, ah, Pyramus, my lover dear, thy lady dear, and Thisbe dear.
Oh no, you must play Pyramus. And Flute, you Thisbe.
What's a play toward? I'll be an auditor, an actor too, perhaps, if I see cause.
Well, proceed.
Robin Starveling the tailor.
Here, Peter Quince.
Robin Starveling, you must play Thisbe's mother. Tom Snout the tinker.
Here, Peter Quince.
You Pyramus' father. Myself Thisbe's father. Snug the joiner. Snug the joiner. You the lion's part, and I hope there is a play fitted.
Have you the lion's part written? I pray you be given me, for I am slow of study.
You may do it extempore, for it's nothing but roaring.
Let me play the lion too. I will roar that I will do any man's heart good to hear me. I will roar that I will make the Duke say, let him roar again, let him roar again.
If you should do it too terribly, you should fright the Duchess and the ladies that they would shriek. That were enough to hang us all.
I grant you, friends, that if we were to fright the ladies out of their wits, they would have no more discretion but to hang us. But I will aggravate my voice so that I will roar you as gently as any sucking dove. I will roar and for any nightingale.
You can play no part but Pyramus. 4. Pyramus is a sweet-faced man, a proper man as one shall see in a summer's day, most lovely, gentleman-like man. Therefore, you must needs play Pyramus.
Well, I will undertake it. What beard were I best to play it in?
Apply what you will.
I will discharge it in either your straw-colored beard, your orange tawny beard, your purple and gray beard, or your French crown-colored beard, your perfect yellow.
Some of your French crowns have no hair at all, and then you will play barefaced. But masters, here are your parts, and I am to entreat you, request you, and desire you to come by tomorrow night, and meet me in the palace wood a mile without the town by moonlight. There will we rehearse For if we meet in the city, we will be dogged with company and our devices known. In the meantime, I will draw a bill of property such as our play once. I pray you, fail me not.
We will meet, and there may we rehearse more obscenely and courageously. Take pains, be perfect. Adieu.
At the Duke, so we meet.
How now, spirit, whither wander you?
Over hill, over dale, through brush, through briar, over park, over pale, through flood, through fire. I do wander everywhere, swifter than the moon's spear, and I serve the fairy queen to do her orbs upon the gleam. The cowslips tall her pensioners be, in their gold coat spots you see. These be rubies, fairy favors, in their freckles live their savors. I must go seek some dewdrops here, and hang a pearl in every cowslip's ear. Farewell, thou love of spirits, all be gone. Our queen and all her elves can hear anon.
The king doth keep his revels here tonight. Take heed the queen come not within his sight, for Oberon is passing fell and wrath, because that she, as her attendant, hath a lovely boy stolen from an Indian king. She never had so sweet a changeling, and jealous Oberon would have the child, a knight of his train, to trace the forests wild. But she, perforce, withholds the loved boy, crowns him with flowers, and makes him all her joy. And now they never meet in grove or green, by fountain clear or spangled starlight sheen. But they do swear that all their elves for fear creep into acorn cups and hide them there.
Either I mistake your shape and making quite, or else you're that shrewd and knavish sprite called Robin Goodfellow? Are you not he that fronts the maidens in the villagery, skim milk and sometimes labor in the kern, and bootless make the breathless huswife turn, and sometimes make the drink to bear no barn? Mislead night wanderers, laughing at their harm. Those that hobgoblin call you, and sweet puck, you do their work and they shall have good luck. Are you not he?
Thou speaks all right. I am that merry wanderer of the night. I jest to Oberon, and to make him smile, when I a fat and bean-fed horse beguile, neighing in likeness of a silly foal. And sometimes lurk I in the gossip's bowl, in very likeness of a roasted crab. When she drinks, against her lips I bob, and on her withered dewlap pour the ale. The wisest aunt, telling the saddest tale, sometimes for 3-foot stool mistaketh me. Then slip I from her bump, down topples she, and Taylor cries and falls into a cough. The whole choir hold their hips and loaf and wax it in their mirth and knees, and swear a merrier hour was never wasted there. But room fair, here comes Oberon.
And here my mistress. Would that he were gone.
Ill met by moonlight, fair Titania.
What, jealous Oberon? Fairies, skip hence. I have forsworn his bed and company.
Tarry rush wanton, am I not thy lord?
Then I must be thy lady. But I know when thou wast stolen away from fairyland, and in the shape of corn sat all day, playing on pipes of corn and versing love to amorous Phillida. Why art thou here from the farthest steppe of India? But that, forsooth, the bouncing Amazon, your buskin mistress and your warrior love, to Theseus must be wedded. And you come to give their pet joy and prosperity.
How canst thou thus for shame, Titania, granted my credit with Hippolyta, knowing I know thy love to Theseus?
These are the forgeries of jealousy. And never since the midsummer spring that we, on hill and dale, forest or mead, by paved fountain or by rushy brook, or in the beached margins of the sea to dance our ringlets to the whistling wind. But with thy brawls thou hast disturbed our sport. Therefore the winds, piping to us in vainess and revenge, have sucked up from the sea contagious fogs, which, falling in the land, have every petty river made so proud that they have overborne their continents. The ox hath therefore stretched his yoke in vain, the ploughman lost his sweat, the green corn hath rotted ere his youth attained a beard, the fold stands empty in the drowned field, and crows are fatted with murray and flock, the nine men's morass is filled up with mud, and the quaint mazes in the wanton green, for lack of tread, are indistinguishable. The human mortals want the winter cheer. No night is now with him or carol blessed. Therefore the moon, governess of floods, pale in her anger, washes all the air, as rheumatic diseases do abound. And through this distemperature we see the seasons alter. Hoary-headed frosts fall in the fresh lap of the crimson rose, and on old Hine's chin and icy crown, a odorous chocolate of sweet summer buds is as a mockery set. Spring, the summer, the chiding autumn, angry winter, change their wonted liveries, and the mazed world by their increase now knows not which is which. And this same progeny of evils comes from our debate, from our dissension. We are its parents and original.
Do you amend it then? It lies in you. Why should Titania cross her Oberon? I do but beg a little changeling boy to be my henchman.
Set your heart at rest. The fairyland buys not the child of me. His mother was a votress of my order, and in the spiced Indian air by night full often hath she gossiped by my side, and sat with me on Neptune's yellow sands, when we have all laughed to see the traitors embarking on the flood. But she, with pretty and with swimming gait following, her moon, then rich with my young squire, would imitate, and sail upon the land to fetch me trifles, and return again from a voyage rich with merchandise. But she, being mortal, of that boy did die. And for her sake I do rear up her boy, and for her sake I will not part with him.
How long within this wood intend you stay?
Perchance till after Theseus' wedding day. If you will patiently dance in our round and see our moonlight revels, go with us.
Give me that boy, and I will go with thee.
Not for thy fairy kingdom. Fairies, away. We shall chide down right to find longer stay.
Well, go thy way. Thou shalt not from this grove till I torment thee for this injury. Gentle buck, come hither. Thou rememberest since once I sat upon a promontory and saw a mermaid on a dolphin's back.
I remember.
The very time I saw, but thou couldst not, flying between the cold moon and the earth Cupid, a certain aim he took at a fair vestal thrown by the west. Yet marked I where this bolt of Cupid fell. It fell upon a little western flower, before milk white, now purple with love's wound, as maidens call it, love in idleness. Fetch me this flower, the herb I showed thee once, the juice of it, leaving eyelid laid, will make man or woman madly dote upon the next live creature it sees. Fetch me this herb, and be back here ere the Leviathan can swim a league.
I'll put a girdle around the earth in 40 minutes.
Having once this juice, I'll watch Titania as she is asleep and drop the liquor of it in her eyes. Wake upon waking, the next thing she sees, she will pursue it in the soul of love. But who comes here? I am invisible, and I shall overhear their conference.
I love thee not, therefore pursue me not. Where is Lysander and fair Hermia? The one I'll stay, the other stayeth me. Thou toldst me they were stolen into this wood, and here am I, and wood within this wood, because I cannot meet my Hermia. Hence, get thee gone, follow me no more.
You draw me, you hard-hearted adamant, but you draw not iron, for my heart is as true as steel. Leave you your power to draw, and I shall have no power to follow you.
Do I entice you? Do I speak you fair? Or rather, do I not, in plainest truth, tell you that I do not, nor I cannot love you?
Even for that do I love thee the more. I am your spaniel, and Demetrius, the more you beat me, I will fawn on you. Use me but as your spaniel. Spur me, strike me, neglect me. Lose me, only give me leave, unworthy as I am to follow you. What worse or place could I beg in your love, and yet a place of high respect within me, than to be used as you do your dog?
Tempt not the hatred of my spirit, for I am sick when I do look on you.
And I am sick when I look not on you.
You do impede your modesty too much, to leave the city and commit yourself into the hands of one that loves you not. To trust the opportunity of night, and the ill counsel of a desert place with the rich worth of your virginity.
Your virtue is my privilege, for that it is not the night when I do see your face. Therefore I think I am not in the night. Nor doth this wood lack worlds of company, for you, in my respect, are all the world. Then how can it be said that I am alone when all the world is here to look on me?
I'll run from thee and hide near the brakes and leave thee to the mercy of wild beasts.
The wildest hath not such a heart as you. Run when you will, the story shall be changed. Apollo flies and Daphne holds the chase. The dove pursues the griffin. The mild hind makes speed to catch the tiger, bootless speed. When cowardice pursues and valor flies.
I'll not stay thy questions. Let me go. Or if thou stay, do not believe but I shall do thee mischief in the wood.
I, in the temple, in the town, and field you do me mischief. Find, Demetrius, your wrongs do set a scandal on my sex. We cannot fight for love as men may do. We should be wooed and were not made to woo. I follow thee and make a heaven of hell to tie upon the hand I love so well.
Fairly now, well, nymph, ere he do leave this grove, and thou shalt fly him, and he shall seek thy love. Hast thou the flower there? Welcome, wanderer.
Aye, there it is.
I pray thee, give it me. I know a bank where the wild thyme blows, where oxlips and the nodding violet grows. There sleeps Titania sometime in the night, lulled in these flowers with dances and delight. With the juice of this, I'll streak her eyes and make her full of hateful fantasies. Go through this grove, look thou find, an Athenian lady is in love with a disdainful youth. Anoint his eyes, but do it so the next thing he espies may be the lady. Thou shalt know the man by the Athenian garments he hath on. Meet me ere the first cock crow.
Fear not, my lord, your servant shall do so.
Come, now around them with a fairy song. Then, for the third part of a minute, hence. Some to kill cankers in the musk rose buds, some war with rear mice for their leathered wings to make my small elves coats. And some keep back the clamorous owl that nightly hoots and wonders at our quaint spirits. Sing me now asleep, then to your offices, and let me rest. You spotted snakes with double tongue,
Thorny hedgehogs be not seen.
newts and blind worms do no wrong. Spotted snakes with double tongue do no wrong. Come not near our fairy queen. Melody,
Be not seen.
sing in your sweet lullaby do no wrong. Come not near our fairy queen. Neither harm nor spell nor charm.
Come our lovely queen bells.
So good night, my
Sing your sweet lullaby. Weaving spiders come not here.
Hence, you long-legged spinners, hence.
Come not near our fairy queen. Needles black approach not, ye not see. Words nor snails do no offense.
Fill a meal with melody.
Sing in
Hence away, now all is well. One aloof, stand sentinel.
What thou see, what thou dost win, do it for thy true love's sake. Love and languish for his sake. Be it ounce or cat or bear, pard or boar with bristled hair, in thine eye it shall appear when thou wakest, it is thy dear. Wake when some vile thing is near.
Fair love, you fate with wandering in the woods. And to speak truth, I have forgot our way. Will rest us, Hermia, if you think it good, and tarry for the comfort of the day.
Be it so, Lysander. Find you out of bed, for I upon this bank will rest my head.
One turf shall serve as pillow for us both. One bed, one heart, two bosoms, and one trove.
Nay, good Lysander, for my sake, my dear. Be further off yet, do not lie so near.
I mean that my heart unto yours is knit, so that but one heart can you make of it. Two bosoms interchanged with an oath, so then two bosoms in a single troth. By your side no bed from me denied, for mine so, Hermia, I do not lie.
Lysander riddles very prettily. Now, much mature my manners, my pride, if Hermia meant to say, Lysander lied. But, gentle friend, for love and courtesy, I'm further off. In humane modesty, such separation as may well be said becomes a virtuous bachelor and a maid. So far be distant, and be right, sweet friend. I love their altar to thy sweet white head.
Amen, amen, to that fair prayer say I. Then end life when I have loyalty. Here is my bed. Sleep give thee all his rest.
Half that wish, the wisher's eyes depressed.
Through the forest have I gone, but Athenian find I none, one whose eyes I might approve this flower's force in stirring love. Night and silence, who is here? Weeds of Athens he doth wear, this is he, my master said, despised the Athenian maid. And here the maiden, sleeping sound upon the dank and dirty ground. Pretty soul, she durst not lie near this lack-love, this kill curtsy. Churl, upon my eyes I throw all the power this charm doth owe. When thou wakes, let love forbid, sleep his seat on thy eyelid. So awake when I am gone, for I must now to Oberon.
Stay though thou kill me, sweet Demetrius.
I charge thee hence, and do not haunt me thus.
Oh, wilt thou, darkling, leave me? Do not so.
Stay on thy peril, I alone will go.
Oh, I am out of breath in this fond chase. The more my prayer, the lesser is my grace. Happy is Hermia, wheresoe'er she lies, for she hath blessed and attractive eyes. How came her eyes so bright? Not with salt tears. If so, my eyes are oftener washed than hers. No, I am as ugly as a bear, for beasts who meet me run away for fear. Though Demetrius do as a monster apply my presence thus. Oh, what dark, dissembling glass of mine made me compare with Hermia's fiery eye. Who is here? Lysander on the ground, dead, or asleep? I see no blood, no wound. Lysander, if you live, good sir, awake!
And run through fire I will for thy sweet sake. Transparent Helena, nature shows art, that through thy bosom makes me see thine heart. Where is Demetrius? Oh, how fit a word is that vile name to perish on my sword.
Do not say so, Lysander, say not so. What, though he love your Hermia? Lord, what though? Yet Hermia still loves you, then be content.
Content with Hermia? No, I do repent of the tedious minutes I with her have spent. Not Hermia, but Helena now I love, who would not change a raven for a dove. The will of man is by his reason swayed, and reason says you are the worthier maid.
Wherefore was I to this keen mockery born? When at your hand did I deserve this scorn? It's not enough, young man, that I did never, nor never can deserve a sweet look from Demetrius' eye. But you must flout my insufficiency? Good truth you do me wrong, good sooth you do in such disdainful manner me to woo. But fare ye well, perforce I must confess, I thought you of more true gentleness. Oh, a lady of one man refused must of another be abused.
She sees not Hermia. Hermia, sleep thou there, and never mayst thou come Lysander near. For as a surfeit of the sweetest things, the deepest loathing to the stomach brings. Whereas the heresies that men do leave are hidden most by those that did deceive. So thou, my surfeit, and my heresy, of all be hated, with the most of me. With all my power address your love and might, to honor Helen, and to be her knight.
Help me, Lysander, help me. Do thy best to pluck this crawling serpent from my breast. Eye me for pity. What a dream was here. Lysander, look how I do quake with fear. Methought a serpent ate my heart away, yet sat smiling at his cruel prey. Lysander, what? Removed? Lysander, Lord, what? Out of hearing? Gone? No sound, no word. Alack, where are you? Speak, and if you hear, speak of all loves. I sound almost with fear. No, well then I perceive you are not nigh. Either death or you I'll find immediately. Are we all met?
Pat, and here's a marvelous convenient place for our rehearsal. This green plot shall be our stage, this hawthorn brake our tiring house, and we will do it in action as we will do it before the Duke.
Peter Quince,
What say'st thou, Bully Bottom?
there are things in this comedy of Pyramus, this be, that will never please. First, Pyramus must draw a sword to kill himself, which the ladies cannot abide. How answer you that?
Pyrolakin, a perilous fear.
I believe we must leave the killing out when all is done.
No, not a whit. I have a device to make all well. Write me a prologue, and let the prologue seem to say that we will do no harm with our swords, and that Pyramus is not killed indeed. And for the more better assurance, tell them that I, Pyramus, am not Pyramus, but Bottom the Weaver. This will put them out of fear.
Well, we shall have such a prologue, and it will be written in 8 and 6.
No, make it 2 more. Let it be written in 8 and 8.
Will not the ladies be afeared of the lion?
I fear it, I promise you.
Masters, you ought to consider with yourselves to bring in, God shield us, a lion among ladies is a most despicable thing. For there is not a more fearful wildfowl than your lion living, and we ought to look to it.
Therefore, another prologue must be written to tell he is not a lion.
Nay, you must name his name, and half his face must be seen through the lion's neck. And there let he himself speak through, and there let him name his name, and tell him plainly he is Snug the Joiner.
Well, it shall be so. But there is another hard thing, that is to bring the moonlight into a chamber. For, you know, Pyramus and Thisbe meet by moonlight.
Doth the moon shine the night we play our play?
A calendar, look in the almanac, find out moonshine. Find out moonshine.
Yes, it doth shine that night.
Why then may you leave a chamber of the great casement window where we play open, and the moon may shine in through the casement.
I, or else one, must come in with a bush of thorns and a lanthorn and say he comes to disfigure or to present the person of moonshine. But there is another hard thing. We must have a wall in the great chamber, for, says the story, Pyramus and Thisbe did talk through the chink of a wall.
We can never bring in a wall. What say you, Bottom?
Some man or other must present wall, and let him have some plaster or some loam or some rough cast to signify wall. Or let him hold his fingers thus, and through that cranny shall Pyramus and Thisbe whisper.
If that may be, then all is well. Come, sit down, every mother's son, and rehearse your parts. Pyramus, you begin. Once you have spoken your speech, enter into that break, and so everyone according to his cue.
What temp and homespuns have we swaggering here so near the cradle of the fairy queen?
Speak, Pyramus. Thisbe, stand forth.
Thisbe, the flowers of odious savor sweet.
Odors.
Odors, savor sweet, so hath thy breath, my dearest Thisbe dear.
Woo-hoo, woo-hoo!
But hark, a voice! Stay thou but here a while, and by I will to thee appear.
Woo-hoo! A stranger Pyramus than e'er played here.
Must I speak now?
Aye, very. Must you? For you must understand he goes but to see a noise that he heard and is to come again.
Oh, most radiant Pyramus, most lily-white of hue, of color like the red rose on triumphant briar, most brisky juvenile and eke most lovely Jew, as truest horse that yet would never tire. I'll meet thee, Pyramus, at Ninny's tomb.
Ninny's tomb, man. Why, you must not speak that yet. That you answer to Pyramus. You speak all your part at once, cues and all. Pyramus, enter. Your cue is past. It is never tire.
Oh, as truest horse that yet would never tire.
Ooh. If I were fair, Thisbe, I were only thine. Oh, monstrous, oh, strange, we are haunted. Pray, masters, fly masters, help!
Why do they run away? This is a knavery of them to make me appear.
Oh, Bottom, thou art changed. What do I see on thee?
What do you see? You see an ass out of your own, do you?
Bless thee, Bottom, bless thee. Thou art translated.
I'll follow you, I'll lead you about around, through bog, through bush, through brake, through briar. Sometime a horse I'll be, sometime a hound. And neigh and bark and grunt and roar and burn like horse, hog, bear, fire at every turn!
I see their knavery. This is to make an ass of me, to fright me if they could. But I will not stir from this spot, do what they can. I will walk up and down here, and I will sing, Lord, the plain song cuckoo raves, note full many a man doth mark, and dare not answer nay. But who would set his wit on so foolish a bird? Who would give the bird the lie, though he cried, cuckoo, never so?
I pray thee, gentle mortal, sing again. Mine ear is much enamored of thy note, so is mine eye enthralled to thy shape. And thy fair virtue's force, her force, doth move me on the first view, to say, to swear I love thee.
Methinks, mistress, you should have little reason for that. Although, to say the truth, reason and love keep little company together nowadays.
Thou art as wise as thou art beautiful.
Not so neither. But if I had wit enough to get out of this wood, I have enough to serve mine own turn.
Out of this wood do not desire to go. Thou shalt remain here whether thou wilt or no. I am a spirit of no common rate. The summer still doth tend upon my estate, and I do love thee. Therefore go with me. I'll give thee fairies to attend on thee, and they shall fetch thee jewels from the deep, while thou on pressed flowers dost sleep. And I will purge thy mortal grossness so, that thou shalt like an airy spirit go. Ready, and I, where shall we go? Kind and courteous to this gentleman. Hop in his walks and gambol in his eyes. Feed him with apricots and dewberries. The honeybacks steal from the humble bees, and for night tapers, crop their waxen thighs, and light them at the fiery glowworm's eyes. I have my love to bed and to arise, and pluck the wings from painted butterflies, to fan the moonbeams from his sleeping eyes. Nod to him, elves, and do him curtsies.
Hail, mortal, hail.
Hail, hail, hail.
I cry your worship's mercy heartily. I beseech your worship's name.
Cobweb!
Good master Cobweb, I desire you with more acquaintance. Your name, honest gentleman?
Peace Blossom.
I shall desire you more acquaintance too, good master Peace Blossom. Your name, I beseech you, sir.
Mustard seed.
Good master Mustard Seed, I know your patience well. I shall desire you more acquaintance too.
Come, wait upon him, lead him to my bower. Tie up my lover's tongue, bring him silently.
I wonder if Titania be awake, and what it was that next came in her eye, which she must dote on in extremity. Ah, here comes my messenger. How now, mad spirit, what night will now about this haunted grove?
My mistress with a monster is in love, near to her close and consecrated bower when she was in her dull and sleeping hour. A crew of patches, rude mechanicals that worked for bread upon Athenian stalls, were met together to rehearse a play intended for great Theseus' nuptial day. The shallowest thick-skin of that barren sort, who Pyramus presented in their sport, forsook his scene and entered in a break, when I did him at this advantage take. In ass's knoll I fixed on his head, anon his Thisbe must be answered, and forth my mimic comes, when they him spy, as wild geese that the creeping fowler eye, or breast-pated chows, many and sore, rising and cawing at the gun's report, sever themselves and madly sweep the sky. So at his sight, away his fellows fly. And at our stamp, here o'er and o'er one falls, he murder cries, and help from Athens calls. Their senses, thus weak, lost with their fears thus strong, made senseless things begin to do them wrong. I led them on in this distracted fear, and left sweet Pyramus translated there, when in that moment, so it came to pass, Titania waked, and straightway loved an ass.
But this falls on better than I could devise. But hast thou yet latched the Athenian's eyes with the love juice as I bid thee do?
I took him sleeping, that is finished too, and the Athenian woman by his side, that when he waked, a force she must be eyed.
Stand close. This is the same Athenian.
This the woman, but not this the man.
Oh, why rebuke you him that loves you so? Lay breath so bitter on my bitter foe. Now, I but chide, but I should use thee worse. For thou, I fear, hast given me cause to curse. If thou hast slain Lysander in his sleep, being o'ershows in blood, pledge of the deed, and killed me too. The sun was not so true unto the day as he to me. Would he have stolen away from sleeping Hermia? I'll believe as soon this whole earth may be bored, and that the moon may through the center creep, and so displease her brother's noontide with antipathies. It cannot be that thou hast murdered him, so should the murderer look so dead, so grim.
So should the murdered look, and so should I, pierced through the heart with your stern cruelty. Yet you, the murderer, looks as bright, as clear, as glimmering Venus in her shimmering sphere.
What's this to my Lysander? Where is he?
Good Demetrius, wilt thou give him me? I would rather give his carcass to my hound.
Out, stop, out, cur, thou drives me past the bounds of maiden's patience. Hast thou slain him then? Henceforth never be numbered among men. Oh, once tell true, even for my sake, durst thou have looked upon him being awake? And didst thou kill him sleeping? Oh, brave touch, could not a worm, an adder do so much? Indeed, an adder did it, for with doubler tongue than thine, no serpent, never adder stung.
You spend your passion in a misprized food. I am not guilty of Lysander's blood, nor is he dead for aught that I can tell.
I pray you, tell me then that he is well.
And if I could, what would I get therefore?
Privilege? Never to see me more, and from thy hated presence part I. See me no more, whether he be dead or no.
There is no following her in this fierce vein. Here, therefore, for a while I will remain.
What hast thou done? Thou hast mistaken quite and laid the love juice on true love's sight.
Then fate o'er rules that one man holding truth, a million fail, confounding oath on oath.
Well, take some of this and fly like the wind. Helen of Athens look thou find, and through some illusion look thou bring her here. I will charm his eyes against she doth appear.
I go, look how I go. Swim to the arrow from Turner's bow.
Flower of this purple dye, hit with Cupid's archery. Sink an apple of his eye, when his love he doth espy. Let her shine as gloriously as the Venus of the sky. If thou wakes when she be by, beg of her for remedy.
Captain of our fairy band, Helena is here at hand, and the youth mistook by me, pleading for a lover's fee. Shall we their fond pageant see, Lord, what fools these mortals be?
Stand aside, the noise they make will cause Demetrius to wake.
Then we'll two at once woo on, that must needs be sport alone, and those things do best please me that befall preposterously.
Why should you think that I should woo in scorn? Scorn and derision never comes in tears. Look, when I vow, I weep, and vows so born in their nativity all truth appears. How can these things in me seem scorn to you, bearing the badge of faith to prove them true?
You do advance your cunning more and more. When truth kills truth, oh devilish holy fray! These vows are Hermia's. Will you give her or? Weigh oath with oath and you will nothing weigh. Your vows to her and me put in two scales will even weigh, and both as light as tails.
I had no judgment when to her I swore.
Nor none in my mind now you give her or.
Demetrius loves her, and he loves not you.
Oh, Helen, goddess, nymph, perfect, divine. To what, my love, can I compare thine eye? The crystal is muddy, oh, how ripe in show. Thy lips, those kissing cherries, tempting grow. Oh, your congealed white, and high Taurus, now fanned with an eastern wind, turns to a crow when thou holdst up thy hand. Let me kiss this princess of pure white, this seal of bliss.
Oh spite! Oh hell! I see you are all bent to set against me for your merriment. Can you not hate me as I know you do? But you must join in souls to mock me too. If you were men as men you are in show, you would not use a gentle lady so. You are both rivals and love Hermia. Now both rivals to mock Helena? A trim exploit, a manly enterprise to well up tears in a poor maid's eyes with your derision. None with noble sort would so offend a virgin and extort a poor soul's patience, all to make you sport.
You are unkind, Demetrius. Be not so. For you love Hermia. This you know I know. And here, with all goodwill, with all my heart, in Hermia's love, I yield you up my part. Yours of Helena, to me bequeath, whom I do love and will do to my death.
Never did mockers waste such idle breath.
Lysander, keep thy Hermia, I will none. If e'er I loved her, all that love is gone. My heart to her but a guest-wise sojourned. Now to Helena, home returned. there to remain.
It is not so.
Disparage not the fate you do not know. Look where thy love comes, yonder is thy dear. Dark night that from the eye his function takes, the ear more quick of apprehension makes. Wherein it doth impair the seeing sense, it pays the hearing double recompense. Thou art not by mine eye, Lysander, found. My ear, I thank it, brought me to that sound. But why unkindly didst thou leave me so?
Why should he stay whom love doth press to go?
What love could press Lysander from my side?
Lysander's love that would not let him bide. Fair Helena, who more engilds the night than all yon fiery odes and eyes of light. Why seekest thou me? Cannot this make thee know the hate I bear thee made me leave thee so?
You speak not as you think, it cannot be.
Lo, she is one of this confederacy. Now I perceive they have conjoined all three to fashion this false sport in spite of me. Injurious Hermia, most ungrateful maid, have you conspired? Have you with these contrived to bait me with this foul derision? Is all the counsel we two have shared, the sisters' vows, the hours we have spent to chid the hasty time for parting us, oh, is all forgot, all school days' friendship, childhood innocence? And will you rent our ancient love asunder to join in men in scorning your poor friend? 'Tis not friendly, 'tis not maidenly, our sex as well as I may chide you for it, though I alone do feel the injury.
I am amazed by your passionate words. I scorn you not. It seems that you scorn me.
Have you not sent Lysander as in scorn to follow me and praise my eyes and face? And have you not sent your other love, Demetrius, who even but now did spur me with his foot, to call me goddess, nymph divine and rare, precious, celestial? Wherefore he speaks this to her he hates, and wherefore doth Lysander deny your love so rich within his soul, and tender me forsooth affection, but by your setting on, by your consent.
I understand not what you mean by this.
I do persever counterfeit sad looks, make mouths upon me when I turn my back, wink each another, hold this sweet jest up. This sport, well carried, shall be chronicled. If you have any pity, grace, or manners, you would not make me such an argument. But fare you well. 'Tis partly mine own fault, which death or absence soon shall remedy.
Stay, gentle Helena, hear my excuse. My love, my life, my soul, fair Helena.
Oh, excellent.
If she cannot have no more than she entreat, my threats will no more strike than her weak praise. Helen, I love thee. By my life I do. I swear by that which I will lose for thee to prove him wrong that says I love thee not.
I say I love you more than he can do.
Thou say so, withdraw and prove it too.
Quick, come. Lysander, where to tends all this?
Hang off, thou cat, thou burr, vile thing, and let loose, or I will shake thee from me like a serpent.
Why are you grown so rude? What change is this sweet love?
Thy love.
Do you not jest?
Yes, sooth, and so do you.
I will keep my word with thee.
Would I had your bond, for I perceive a weak bond holds you. I'll not trust thy word.
What? Should I hurt her? Strike her? Kill her dead? Though I hate her, I'll not harm her so.
What? Can you do me greater harm than hate? Hate me, wherefore? Oh, me. What news, my love? Am not I Hermia? Are not you Lysander? I am as fair now as I was erewhile. Since night you loved me, yet since night you left me. Why then you left me? Oh, the gods forbid. In earnest, shall I say?
Aye, by my life, and never did desire to see thee more. Therefore, out of hope, of question, of doubt, be certain, nothing truer, 'tis no jest, that I do hate thee, and love Helena.
Oh, me, you juggler, you canker blossom, you thief of love, what? Have you come by night and stolen my love's heart from him?
By my faith, have you no modesty, no maiden shame, no touch of bashfulness? What, will you tear impatient answers from my gentle tongue? Fie, you counterfeit, you puppet, you.
Puppet? Why so? Aye, that way goes the game. Now I perceive that she hath made compare between our statures. She hath urged her height, and with her personage, her tall personage, her height, forsooth, she hath prevailed with him. And are you grown so high in his esteem, because I am so dwarfish and so low? How low am I, you painted maypole speak? How low am I? I am not yet so low, but that my nails can reach unto thine eyes.
I pray you, though you mock me, gentlemen, let her not hurt me. I was never cursed, I have no gift in prudishness. I am a right maid for my cowardice. Let her not strike me. You may think, because she is something lower than myself, that I'm able to match her.
Lower, hark again!
Gentle Hermia, do not be so bitter with me. I evermore did love you, Hermia. Did ever keep your counsels, never wronged you. Save that, in love unto Demetrius, I told him of yourself unto this wood. He followed you. For love I followed him. But he hath chid me hence and threatened me, to strike me, spurn me, nay, to kill me too. So now will you let me quiet go? To Athens I will bear my folly back and follow you no further. Let me go. You see how simple and how fond I am.
Why get you gone? Who is that hinders you?
A foolish heart that I leave here behind.
What, with Lysander?
With Demetrius.
Fear not, Helena, she shall not harm me.
No, sir, she shall not let you take her part.
Oh, when she is angry, she is keen and shrewd. She was a vixen when we went to school, and though she be but little, she is fierce.
Little again, nothing but low and little. Why will you suffer her to flout me thus? Let me come to her!
Get you gone, you dwarf, you minimus of hindering not brat's maid, you bee, you acorn.
You are too ambitious, and half of her that scorns your services. Leave her alone. Speak not of Helena. Take not her part.
Now she holds me not. Now follow, if thou darest, to try whose right of thine or mine is most in Helena.
Follow? Nay. I'll go with thee cheek by jowl.
You, mistress, all this coil as long as you think. Go not back.
I will not trust you, I, nor longer stay in your cursed company. Your hands and mine are faster for a fray. My legs are longer, those were running away.
This is thy negligence. Still thou mistakes, or else commits thy knaveries willing.
Believe me, King of Shadows, I mistook. Did not you tell me I should know the gentleman by the Athenian garments he hath on? And so fair blameless proves my enterprise that I have anointed an Athenian's eyes. And so far am I glad I did it, so sort, as this their jangling I esteem a sport.
Thou seest these lovers seek a place to fight. Hide therefore, Robin, overcast the night, and lead these testy rivals so astray, so one comes not within another's way. Like to Lysander, sometimes free in thy tongue, and stir Demetrius up to bitter wrong, and sometimes rail thou like Demetrius, and with both of them look thou lead them thus. With this herb, crush in like to Lysander's eye, and the liquor of this house
Up and down. I am feared and field in town. Goblin, I will lead them up and down. Here comes one.
Where art thou, proud Demetrius? Speak thou now.
Here, villain, drawn and ready. Where art thou?
I will be with thee straight.
Follow me then to plainer ground.
Lysander, speak again. Thou runaway, thou coward. Art thou fled?
Thou coward, art thou bragging to the stars, telling the bushes that thou lookst for wars, and wilt not come? Come, thou recreant, thou child, I'll whip thee with a rod. He is defiled that draws a sword on thee.
Yea, art thou there?
Follow my voice, we'll try no manhood here.
He goes before me and still dares me on. I come where he calls, then he's gone. The villain is much lighter heeled than I. I followed fast, but faster did he fly. But fallen am I in dark, uneven way. And here will rest me. Come thou, gentle day. For if but once thou show me thy great light, I'll find Demetrius and revenge this spite.
Ho, 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 thou coward, why comest thou not?
Abide me if thou darest. For well I wot, he runs before me, shifting every place, and will not stand nor look me in the face. Where art thou?
Come hither, I am here.
Nay, that thou mockst me. Here I shall sleep.
Oh, weary night! Oh, long and tedious night! Abate thy hours, shine comforts from the east, that I may back to Athens by daylight. From these my poor company detest, and sleep that sometimes shuts up sorrow's eye. Steal me a while from mine own company.
Yet but 3. Come one more, 2 of both kinds makes up 4. Here she comes, cursed and sad. Cupid is a knavish lad, thus to make poor females mad.
Never so weary, never so in woe, dabbled with the dew and torn with briars. I can no further crawl, no further go. My legs can keep no pace with my desires. Rest me here until the break of day. Heavens, shield Lysander, if they mean a fray.
On the ground, sleep sound.
Come, sit thee down upon this flowery bed, while I thy amiable cheeks do coy, and stick musk roses in thy sleek, smooth head, and kiss thy fair large ears, my gentle joy.
Where's Peace Blossom?
Ready.
Scratch my head, Peace Blossom. Where's Monsieur Cobweb?
Ready.
Monsieur Cobweb, good monsieur, get your weapons in your hand and kill me a red-hipped tumblebee on the top of a thistle, and bring me the humble bag. Do not fret yourself too much in the action, good monsieur. Where's Monsieur Mustard Seed?
Ready.
Good Mr. Mustard Seed, give me your leave. Pray you lead to courtesy.
What's your will?
Nothing, except to help cavalry Cobweb to scratch. I must to the barber's, for methinks I am marvelously hairy about the face, and I am such a tender ass that if my hair do but tickle, I must scratch.
What, wilt thou hear some music, my sweet love?
I've a reasonable good ear in music, yeah.
Or say, my sweet love, what thou desirest to eat?
Methinks I have a great desire to a bottle of hay. Good hay, sweet hay, hath no fellow.
I have a venturous fairy that shall seek the squirrel's horn and fetch thee new nuts.
I shall rather have a handful or two of dry peas, but I pray you let none of your people disturb me, for I have an exposition of sleep come upon me.
Sleep thou, and I will wind thee in my arms. Fairies, be gone, and be always away. So doth the woodbine, the sweet honeysuckle gently entwist. The female ivy so enrings the barky fingers of the elm. Oh, how I love thee! How I dote on thee!
Welcome, good Robin. Seest thou this sweet sight? Her dotage now I do begin to pity, for meeting her late behind the wood, I at my pleasure taunted her, and she did beg of my patience in mild terms. I did then ask of her changeling child, which straight she gave me, and sent her fairy to bear him to my bower in fairyland. Now I do have the child, and I will lift the curse from her hateful eyes. Be thou as thou wast wont to see thou as thou wast wont to see. Dian's bud or Cupid's flower has such force and strength and power. Wake now, Titania, my sweet queen.
My Oberon! What visions have I seen? Methought I was enamored of an ass.
There lies your love.
How came these things to pass? Oh, how I do loathe his visage now.
Silence a while. Robin, take the transformed scalp off this Athenian swain. Tanya, sound music.
Music, oh music, such as calleth sleep.
When thou wakes, with thine own fool's eyes peep.
Sweet Titania, dance with me on the ground whereas the sleepers be.
Come, my lord, and in our flight, tell me how it came this night that I sleeping here was found, with these mortals on the ground.
I'll apply your eye, gentle lover, remedy. When thou wakes, thou takes true delight in the sight of thy former lady's eye. And the country proverb known that each should take his own shall in your waking be shown. Jack shall have Jill, naught shall go ill. The man shall have his mare, and all will be well.
We will, my queen, upon the mountaintop, mark the musical confusion of hounds.
I was with Hercules and Cadmus once, when in a wood of Crete they bade a bear with hounds of Sparta. Never did I hear such gallant chiding. For besides the groves, the skies, the fountains, every region near seemed all one musical discord. I never heard so sweet a thunder.
My hounds are bred of the Spartan kind. Not a more musical sound was heard in Crete, Thessaly, or Sparta, by horns or by hounds.
But soft, what nymphs are these?
My lord, this is my daughter here asleep. And this Lysander, this Demetrius is. This Helena, old Meter's Helena. I wonder at this being here together.
Go, get the huntsman and wake these sleepers with their horns. Greetings all. St. Valentine has passed. Do these birds begin to couple now?
Pardon, my lord.
Lysander, how camest thou unto this wood?
My lord, I shall reply amazedly, half asleep, half waking. But as yet I cannot truly say how I came here. But now I do bethink me, so it is. I came with Hermia hither. Our intent was to be gone from Athens, where we might be without the peril of the Athenian law.
Enough, enough, my lord, you have enough. I beg the law upon his head. They would have stolen away, they would, Demetrius, thereby to have defeated you and me.
My lord, fair Helen told me of their stealth and of their purpose hither to this wood. I, in fury, hither followed them. Fair Helena, in fancy, followed me. But my good lord, I wot not by what power, though by some power it be, my love to Hermia, melted as the snow, seems to me now as the remembrance of an idol god, which in my childhood I did dote upon. And all the faith, the virtue of my heart, the object and the pleasure of mine eye, is only Helena. To her, my lord, was I betrothed, ere I see Hermia. But like a sickness did I loathe that food, as in health come to my natural taste. Now do I wish it, long for it, love it, and will forevermore be true to it.
Friends, you are fortunately met. Let us hear the concord of this discord. To the temple with my love and I, for these couples shall eternally be knit. Come, Hippolyta.
These things seem small and indistinguishable as far-off mountains turn to clouds.
Methinks I see things with parted eye, where everything seems double.
So methinks I have found Demetrius like a jewel, mine own and not mine own.
It seems that we sleep, we dream. Do you not think that was the Duke? That he bid us follow him?
Yea, and my father.
And Hippolyta.
And bid us follow to the temple?
Well then, we are awake. Let us follow them, and by the way, let us recount our dreams.
When my cue comes, call me and I will answer. My next is most fair Pyramus. Hey-ho! Peter Quince. Flute the bellows members, mount the tinker starling? God's my life, stolen hence and left me asleep. I've had a most rare vision. Man is but an ass if you go about to expound this dream. Methought I was, there is no man can tell what. Methought I was, and methought I had. But man is but a patched fool if he were to offer to say what methought I had. The eye of man hath not heard, the ear of man hath not seen, man's hand is not able to taste, his tongue to conceive, or his heart to report what my dream was. I will get Peter Quince to write a ballad of this dream. It shall be called Bottom's Dream, because it hath no bottom. And I will sing it in the latter end of the play before the Duke.
Have you sent to Bottom's house? Is he come home yet?
He cannot be heard of. He's out of doubt transported.
If he come not, then the play is marred. It goes not forward, doth it?
It is not possible. You've not a man in all Athens able to discharge Pyramus, but he...
Nay, he hath simply the best wit of any handicraftsman in Athens.
Yea, and the best person too. And he is a very paramour for a sweet voice.
A paragon. You must say a paragon. A paramour is, God bless us, a thing of naught.
Masters, the Duke has come from the temple, and there are 2 or 3 more lords and ladies married. Had our sport gone forward, we had all been made men.
Oh, sweet bully Bottom, thus he hath lost 6pence a day. During his life he could not have escaped 6pence a day. And the Duke had not paid him 6pence a day for playing Pyramus, I'll be hanged. He would have deserved it. 6pence a day in Pyramus, or nothing.
Where are these lads? Where are these hearts?
Bottom! O most courageous day, O most happy hour.
Masters, I am to discourse wonders, but ask me not what, for if I tell you I am no true Athenian, I will tell you everything as it fell out.
Let us hear, sweet Bottom.
Not a word of me. All that I will tell you is that the Duke hath dined. Get your apparel together, good strings to your beards, new ribbons to your pumps. Meet presently at the palace. Every man look o'er his part.
For the short and the long is, our play is preferred, and I do not doubt but to hear them say it is a sweet comedy. No more words. Away, go away.
It's strange, my Theseus, that these lovers speak of.
More strange than true. I never may believe these antique fables nor these fairy toys. Lovers and madmen have such shaping fantasies, more than cool reason ever comprehends. The lunatic, the lover, and the poet, all of imagination, all compact. Such tricks have strong imagination, that it could understand that joy, but comprehend some bringer of that joy. Or in the night, imagining some fear, how else is a bush supposed to bear?
All the story of the night told over, and all their minds transfigured so together, more witnesseth than fancy's images, and grows to something of great constancy. But howsoever strange and admirable.
Here come the lovers, full of joy and mirth. Joy, gentle friends, and fresh days of love may accompany your heart.
More than to us. Wait in your royal walks, your board, your bed.
Come now, what masks, what dances shall we have to wear away the long age of 3 hours between after supper and bedtime? What revels are at hand? Is there no play? How shall we beguile the lazy time if not with some delight?
There is, my lord, a play some 10 words long, which is as brief as I have known a play. However, by 10 words, my lord, it is too long, which makes it tedious. For in all the play there is not one word apt, one player fitted. And tragical it is, my lord, for therein Pyramus doth kill himself, which when I saw rehearsed, I must confess made mine eyes water, but the more merry tears, the passion of loud laughter never shed.
What are they that do play?
Hard-handed men that work in Athens here, which never labored in their minds till now.
I will hear that play, for never anything can be amiss when duty and simpleness tender it. Go, bring them in, and take the place, lady.
I love not to see wretchedness o'ercharged, nor duty in his service perishing.
My gentle sweet, you shall see no such thing.
He says they can do nothing of this kind.
The kind are we to give them thanks for nothing. Our duty to take what they mistake, and what poor duty cannot do, the nobleness takes it in might, not merit.
So please your grace, the prologue is addressed.
Go forth.
If we offend, it is with our goodwill, that you should think we come not to offend, but with goodwill. To show our simple skill, that is the true beginning of our end. Consider then, we come but in despite. We do not come as minding to content you, our true intent is. All for your delight, we are not here. Then you should here repent you, the actors are at hand. And by their show, you shall know all that you are like to know.
This fellow does not stand upon his point.
Indeed, he hath played upon his prologue like a child on a recorder. A sound, but not in government.
His speech was like a tangled chain, nothing impaired, but all disordered. Who is next?
Gentle, perchance you wonder at this show, but wonder on till truth make all things plain. This man is Pyramus, if you will know. This beauteous lady, Thisbe is certain. This man, with lime and rough cast, doth present wall, that vile wall which did these lovers sunder. And through wall's chink, poor souls, they are content to whisper. At the which let no man wonder. This man with lanthorn, dog, and bush of thorn presenteth moonshine. For, if you will know, by moonshine do the lovers think no scorn to meet at Ninus' tomb. There to woo. This grisly beast, which Lion hight by name, the trusty Thisbe, coming first by night, did scare away, or rather did affright.
Rah!
And though she fled her mantle, she did fall. Which Lion, vile with bloody mouth, did stain. And on comes Pyramus, sweet youth and tall, and Francis trusty Thisbe's mantle slain. Whereat, with bloody, blameful blade, he bravely broached his boiling bloody breast. in mulberry shade, his dagger drew, and died. For all the rest, let lion, moonshine ball, and lovers twain at large discourse longer they do remain.
I wonder if the lions get to speak.
Indeed, my lord, one lion may when many asses do.
In this same interlude it doth befall that I, one snout by name, present a wall, and such a wall as I would have you think had it entered a cranny hole, or chink, through which the lovers, Pyramus and Thisbe, did whisper often, very secretly, this loam, this rough cast, this stone doth show that I am that same wall, the truth is so. And this the cranny is, right and sinister, through which the fearful lovers are to whisper.
Do you desire the lion hair to speak better?
It is the wittiest partition that e'er I heard discourse, my lord.
Pyramus draws near the wall. Silence.
Oh, grim-hooked night! Oh, night with hue so black! Oh, night which ever art, when day's not! Oh, night! Oh, night! Alack! 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 I fear my Thisbe's promise is forgot! And thou, oh wall, oh sweet and lovely wall, that stands between her father's ground and mine, thou wall, oh wall, thou sweet and lovely wall, show me thy cheek to blink through with my hide. Thanks, courteous wall, Jove shield thee well for this. But what see I? No Thisbe do I see. Oh, wicked wall, cursed be thy stones for thus deceiving me.
The wall, methinks, being sensible, should curse again.
No, in truth, sir, he should not. Deceiving me is Thisbe's cue. She is to enter, and I am to spy her through the wall. You shall see, it will fall pat as I told you. Yonder she comes.
Oh, wall! Full often hast thou heard my moans of parting my fair Pyramus and me. My cherry lips have often kissed thy stones with terror and blind me up in me.
I see a voice. Now will I to the chink to spy, and I can hear my Thisbe's face. Thisbe,
My love, thou art my love, I think.
think what thou wilt. I am thy lover's grace, and like Lymander am I trusty still.
And like Helen till the fates me kill.
Not Cephalus to Procrus was so true.
As Cephalus to Procrus, I to you.
Oh, kiss me through the hole of this vile wall.
I kiss the wall's hands, not your lips at all.
Wilt thou at Ninny's tomb me?
Ninus!
Wilt thou at Ninus' tomb meet me straightway?
Tide life, tide death, I come without delay.
Being wall my part discharged so, and being done, wall away doth go.
Now is the moral disagreement between two neighbors.
This is the silliest stuff that e'er I heard.
Ah, but the best of the kind are but the shadows, and the worst are no worse than the imagination of men.
It must be your imagination then, and not theirs.
Ah, here comes man and lion.
You, ladies, you, whose gentle hearts doth fear the smallest monstrous mouse that creeps on floor, may not perchance both quake and tremble here, when lion, rough and wildest rage, doth roar. Then know that I, one snub the joiner, am no lion fell, or else no lion's dam. For if I should as lion come in strife into this place, 'twere pity on my life.
That beast is in good conscience.
The very best set of beasts, my lord, that ere I saw.
This discretion, I am sure, cannot carry his valor. It is well, leave it to his discretion, and here comes the moon.
This lantern doth the horned moon present.
He should have worn the horns on his head.
He's no crescent, and his horns are invisible within the circumference.
This lantern doth the horned moon present. I myself, the man in the moon, seem to be.
This is the greatest error of all the rest. The man should be put in the lantern, or else how are we supposed to tell he is the moon?
I am weary of this moon. Would that he would change.
It appears by his small light of discretion that he is in the way, but yet in courtesy we must stay the time.
Proceed, moon.
All I have to say is to tell you that the lantern is the moon, I, the man in the moon, this thorn bush, my thorn bush, and this dog, my dog.
Why, all of these should be in the lantern, for they are all in the moon. But silence, here comes Thisbe.
This is old Ninny's tomb.
And Ninus.
Ninus' tomb. Where is my love?
a good grace.
And here comes Pyramus.
And so the lion vanished.
Sweet moon, I thank thee for thy sunny beams. I thank thee for shining now so bright, for by thy gracious golden glittering beams, I trust to taste of truest Thisbe's sight. But mark, oh spite! But mark, poor knight, what dreadful dole is here? Eyes! Do you see? How can it be? Oh dainty duck! Oh dear! Thy mantle good, what? Stained with the blood? Blood! Blood? Approach, you furies fell! Oh, thanks! Come, come! Cut thread and thrum, quail, crush, conclude and quell!
His passion and the death of a dear friend could go near make a man look sad.
Be true, my heart, but I pity the man.
Oh, wherefore, nature, didst thou lion's frame? Since lion vile hath here deflowered, my dear, which is, which was the fairest dame that lived, that loved, that liked, that looked with cheer. Come, tears, confound. Outsword and wound the path of Pyramus. I that left path where heart doth hub. Thus die I. Thus.
With the help of...
Now am I dead. Now am I fled. My soul is in the sky. Tongue, lose thy light. Moon, take thy flight. Now die! 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 Die!
With the help of a surgeon he may recover and get proven ass.
How chance moonshine is gone before Thisbe comes back and finds her lover?
She will find him by starlight, and her passion ends the plague. Here she comes now.
Sleep, my love! What? Dead, my dove? Oh, Pyramus, arise! Dead? Quantum, dead. A tomb must cover thy sweet eyes. These lily lips, this cherry nose, these yellow cowslip cheeks are gone. Lovers make moan. His eyes were green as leeks. Oh, sisters three, come to me with hands as pale as milk. Lay them in gore, since you have shore with shears his thread of silk. Hung low, out, trusty sword. Come, blade, I rest of you, and adieu.
Moonshine and Lion are left to bury the dead.
I and Wall too.
No, I assure you, the wall is down and part of their fathers. Epilogue or to see a Bergamask dance between two of our company.
No epilogue. I beg you, your play needs no excuse. But come here, Bergamask. Let your epilogue alone. The iron tongue of midnight hath told 12. Lovers come to bed. 'Tis fairy time. This play, this gross, palpable play, was a pleasant way to spend the heavy night. But let us take our leave.
Now the hungry lion roars, whilst the wolf beholds the moon, and the heavy plowman snores, all with weary task foredone. Now it is the time of night, that the graves, all gaping wide, every one lets forth its sprite, to the churchway paths that glide, and we fairies that do run, by triple Hecate's team from the presence of the sun, following darkness like a dream, now are a frolic. Not a mouse shall disturb this hallowed house. I am sent with broom before, to sweep the dust behind the door.
Through the house give glimmering light, as the dead in drowsy fire, every fairy, every sprite, hop as fast as bird from briar. With this ditty, sing and dance it trippingly.
First, rehearse your song by rote. To each word a warbling note. Hand in hand with fairy grace, shall we sing and bless this place.
Now until the break of day, through this house each fairy stray.
To the best bride bed will we, which shall us blessed will be.
And the trouble it shall cause ever shall be fortunate.
So shall all the lovers three, ever true and loving be. And the blot of nature's hand shall not in their issue stand.
Never hair, nor lip, nor scar, nor mark prodigious such as are.
Despised in nativity, shall upon their children be.
With this field do consecrate, every fairy take his gate.
And each several chamber bless.
Through this palace with sweet peace.
Ever shall in safety rest.
And the owner of it blessed.
Trip away, make no stay. Meet ye all by break of day.
If we shadows have offended, think but this, and all is mended, that you have but slumbered here, while these visions did appear, and this weak and idle theme, no more yielding but a dream. Gentles, do not reprehend, if you pardon, we will mend, and as I am an honest puck, and if we have unearned luck yet to escape the serpent's tongue, we will make amends ere long, else the puck a liar call. So good night unto you all. Give me your hands if we be friends, and Robin shall restore amends.